Hi dear students, today we are going to explain a new grammar lesson for preparatory stage, and we are going to speak about the future tense and the usage of time clauses with it. Presented for you by me, Reham Sami. Okay, here we have the usage of the future tense using will plus infinitive. We all know that the first form of using the future tense, we have two forms, either using it with will plus infinitive or with verb to be plus going to plus infinitive. Let's see the first part. We are going to see the usage of future will plus infinitive. Here we have the usage of it with the promises. So the first point, I use it when I promise someone to do something. For example, I will pay you back next week. It's a promise. I promise you. The second one, when I have a request, ask somebody for help. So when I need a help, so I say, will you open the door, please? This is a request. The third point, for prediction without any proof, without any evidence. For example, tomorrow it will rain and the weather is very sunny today, so doesn't make sense. So I say tomorrow it will rain without a proof. So this is my opinion. When I give my opinion without proof, so it means that it's a prediction using will plus infinitive. On-spot decision or a very fast decision while speaking, when two people are speaking together and the phone rings, for example, you take the decision very fast to pick up the call and speak with the caller. So don't touch the phone, I will answer it. The next one, when you offer help, when you want to help someone. So offers also, we use them with will. Your bag is too heavy, I will help you to carry it. So it's very clear that when we use these points, promise, request, prediction with no proof, on-spot decision or very fast decision, offers, we use will plus infinitive form. The last point here on this slide, warnings or threat. When we threat someone or when we warn someone, we use will plus the verb infinitive as well. Let's see. Stop talking or you will be punished. So here will be is a future but warning tense. Okay, so the next one. Here we have the different part or the second part, which is the usage of the future using verb to be with going to plus the infinitive, because we put infinitive after the word to, of course. So here we have be, is, will be changed, depend on the subject, of course. Okay, so let's see. An action, we use verb to be plus going to plus infinitive with an action that we planned or decided or managed to do. Again, we planned or decided or managed to do in the future. So it's a very far plan or a very hard decision or a management that we did, and we will make it in the future. Example, he is going to work in the summer. So he decided to work in the summer, and it will be for a short time in the summer only, but it will happen after a decision. It will not happen quickly on spot like using will. Okay, next one. I am going to leave for Alexandria next morning. So I have decided previously that I'm going to travel to Alexandria tomorrow, next morning. So for that, I didn't take the decision quickly on spot while speaking with someone. It's not in a hurry, but it has to be planned. The next one. The next point for prediction that is based on evidence. We have to be aware that when we use be plus going to plus infinitive, we have to be, have to be a proof, yes. So the next example is, look at the plane, it's going to take off. Okay, so the engine is working and you are aware that it's going to fly, it's going to take off. The next one, it's very cloudy today. The weather is very gloomy, so it's going to rain. It will not be sunny tomorrow, of course. The next one, with the verb go and come, we usually use the present progressive, not the future. This is a very important point. We are not going to say, I am going to go, or I am going to come. It's not correct grammatically. So I have to say, like that example, I am going shopping directly, not I am going to go shopping. Okay, so I am going shopping this afternoon. And with the verb come, are you coming to the cinema with us tonight? Again, are you coming, not are you going to come? It's incorrect to say are you going to come. It's not correct. So are you coming to the cinema with us tonight? Okay, let's see the next one. Okay, what is the time clauses? The time clauses are some words that make a mention of a time. What does it mean? Let's see. We use the future and the present simple tense with the time clauses. Okay, so we have two tenses in one sentence. Any English sentence is divided into two clauses, the main clause and the time clause. The main clause is the important part or can give us a meaning if it stands alone. But the time clause cannot give us a meaning if it stands alone. What does it mean when I say after 10 o'clock and I stopped? Did you understand anything? Of course not, because it's called a time clause. But when I say I will help you after I finish my work or after 10 o'clock, it does sense, okay? It gives a meaning. So the main clause gives us a meaning to the sentence. But without the time clause, the sentence will not change. It will give us a meaning. But I cannot put the time clause to stand alone without the main clause, okay? Okay, let's see. We use the future simple in the main clause. So the main clause, which has a meaning, we have to put with it the future form, which can stand alone and give a meaning, as I said. What about the next? We use the present simple in the time clause, which starts in the time expression. And again, if I put the time clause alone, it will not give me a meaning, because it will say, like example, after 10 o'clock, before bedtime, when it happens. So all these are time clauses, but I cannot understand anything from, because it's not a full sentence, it's a part of a sentence. Okay, so again, in the main clause, we use the future simple will, not going to. We use will, the form is using will in the time clauses. And on the other side, after the time expression, I put the present simple tense. Let's see the form clearly here. We have here time clause, time word, plus present simple. Then there is a comma and another sentence in the future using will. Let's see an example. As soon as it gets dark. If I say as soon as it gets dark and stopped, it will not give me a meaning. But when I complete it with the main clause, we will go home. Okay, so we will go home is a main close sentence because it gives us a meaning. If I hide this part and I say we will go home, you will understand something. But when I put this part alone without the next, which is the main clause, it will not give me a meaning. So again, in the time clause, we have to use present simple tense after the keyword of the time clause. On the other side, we put future will with the main clause. The next form, or the next example, sorry. After we go home, we will call you. Here, after is a time expression. After we go home also is a time clause. If it stands alone, it will not give any meaning. But I can understand something from we will call you. Okay? So this part must be in the future tense using will. And after the expression of the timing, we use the present simple. Okay, if I put the main clause here first at the beginning, I have to put the future using will then first. So after it will come in the middle the time clause or the time expression and then use the present simple with it. Let's see the example. The sea will be rough when we sail. Okay, so the time clause here is after when. When is a time keyword and sail is a present simple form. If I put this sentence alone, it will not give me a meaning when we sail. But if I say the sea will be rough, it gives me a meaning. So this is the main clause. So I have to put the main clause in the future using will. We use negative form in the future part. Main clause, I mean, with using until as a time expression. So I will put negative, not, will not be, with the time expression until. Let's see the example. The ship won't be safe. Won't means will not. So the ship will not be safe or won't be safe until the passengers are less. So using until, we have to put this part negative and this part positive. Okay? Before until, we put negative, and after until, we put positive. Note, when the time clause comes before the main clause, the two clauses or the two sentences, it's not a sentence, but let us say it a clause because it's not a full sentence. It's a part of a sentence. So the two sentences or the two clauses are separated by a comma, like this example. After, here is the time clause at beginning. And after Diana finishes her work, so the main clause comes after, she will go out. I can say Diana will go out and you understand the meaning sentence. But here I want to make it more clear, so I add for it a time expression or a time clause. Okay? So when you find the time clause comes at the beginning, you have to separate the two clauses, the time clause and the main clause, with a comma. When the main clause comes before the time clause or the time expression, the time expression stands in the middle without using a comma. It will link the two clauses together, like this example. The same example, but I switch it. So Diana will go out after she finishes her work. Again, Diana will go out after finishes her work. So after comes in the middle, it will not put, we will not put with it a comma, and it links two clauses together, the main clause here and the time clause. Thank you for listening today, this video. Have a nice day and goodbye.